going on, people? Welcome back to Jay's TV. Back again this evening. I've got Sophie with me, Big Guna from Guna Gossip TV. How's you doing, Sophie? You okay?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I'm really excited to chat with you today. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay. Just hoping my computer's okay. If it does froze, then I'll be back in 2 minutes. You just cover, and then I'll be back for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Just reboot sort of thing. So yeah. So if you like to watch, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, if you like to super chat is open as well. And if you'd like to become a member, it is just 99p. And just a bit of breaking news from my end. My guy Paul Toon Review, congratulations on 30,000 subs. So if Paul's watching, he's doing the show. Just Paul, if you're watching, I'll send you a tweet and just congratulations on you, man. After what you've been through, congratulations to you, mate. So got one from Carl. Hi to you, Carl. Have a great stream, John and Sophie. Thank you very much indeed. There you go. You'd like to become a member, just 99p, of course, just really good. And Wookie Cookie, big up to Wookie, hope you're well. And if you're an Arsenal fan, can you make sure you sub to the channel, please, as well? That'd be amazing. Thank you very much indeed. So, Sophie, Arsenal finished second this year again, but this time you push them hard away. Excuse me. And look, I mean, listen, end of the day, if you just give us a little bit of breakdown on your season, and yes, this time you wasn't 8 points ahead. So you couldn't mess up the title. But at the end of the day, there's games you could have won. You could have won at home to West Ham, away to Fulham, and Villa at home, and the controversial one against Newcastle. But that ball wasn't over the line. We come on to that later on. But tell us your breakdown and what do you think of your season?
Yeah, listen, we've had many chats about us not being able to win the season that's just gone, that we should have won it. And I think now that I reflect on it, I think at the time, I accepted it then because I knew West Ham weren't going to beat Man City, or I didn't expect them to do much in that game. So, yeah, it's a bit disappointing not to win the league. And I think it's the fact that we've not really won anything other than an FA Cup and a few Community Shields since Arteta's come. I think, you look at United, their season hasn't been great, but they've been able to win an FA Cup. So I think if we're not able to win a league and we're getting close, I think we need to at least win other things as well, especially in them cup competitions, because like I said, it's been a while since we've won a trophy, since lockdown, and that bit's obviously disappointing not to win anything. But yeah, it's hard because we're getting so close. We're getting 2 points behind Man City, and you look at games that we should have won, and a lot of people might look at the Villa game, but I think I look at the games maybe like the West Ham, the Fulham, because I can accept losing to Villa. You look at how much they've improved this season; they're a good side, and yeah, I think there's a few games that we definitely should have improved on. But I do feel positive about our future because you could see how much we've improved defensively as well. We're doing amazing, and you've seen Havertz, Declan Rice. They're getting better each game. So yeah, I think next season is going to be a big season for us winning silverware. We've got to win something next season.
Yeah, for me, my opinion, if they don't win, in my opinion, I know you're not going to like it. I think it's going to be Arteta. It's going to be on Arteta. Because me personally, if I was a Guna, he has to win the title next season. He has to win it. Because I'll tell you one thing, I mean, can he get over the line? In my opinion, I don't think he can. Maybe you can. But let's be real. But you see what happens. I could be wrong. I hope you're right. And let's go as well. Make sure you smash the likes up, people, as well. Do subscribe as well to my channel as well. Wookie Cookie, hi to you. Hi to Michael. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good day, mate. And hi to Static. Big up to him. He also mods League Gunners channel, by the way. So, excuse me. So, big up to Static as well. Hope you're well. And hi to JK. Good evening to you, mate. I hope you're well. And even to Alan, big Newcastle fan and a one-up merchant as well. Hi to Roz, or good evening as well. Always great to see Big JS. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Morgan. Legend to you. Hi to Steve. Big up to you, mate. Michael, hi to you. Fair play to Arsenal, massively improved in all areas. But they always seem to lack the final push killer instinct. And that is the thing. I think Michael's right there. You need a killer.
Yeah. I've said this for the summer. We definitely need like a striker because I feel like for us we've got a lot of players that like pass it instead of just going for it and having that killer instinct. So yeah, I definitely agree with Michael there. Absolutely.
Cool. Fair enough. I mean, the thing is, that's what you need, but with striker going to buy, it'd be very interesting. Am I getting feedback, Soph? Am I okay?
Yeah, you're okay.
Oh, fantastic. I thought getting feedback there. I do apologise to that guy, Ian. Guys, hopefully you won't get a Liverpool or City in early rounds of the FA Cup. Neither do we. Neither do we.
Yeah, that's the killer getting them
And
so early on.
And this is the thing, right? I want to win a trophy next season. There's no excuses now. A trophy, yeah, a trophy. I've got to take a trophy if that means missing out on top four. We haven't won a trophy,
Exactly.
right?
Success is important.
That I mean, elite sports is all about winning trophies. And we haven't won a trophy since '69. We haven't won a domestic trophy since 55. We haven't won a title since 1927. That is a long time. Would you keep Trippier at Newcastle? For me, I would. But would it be the same Kieran Trippier next season? It'd be very, very interesting to see. For me, I would have played Livramento right back for me. And Trippier, we'll see what happens. But I'm still think he's going to get the first team for me, as long as he'll be 34 in the summer in September time. Sophie Trippier at 34 in September, has he still got it?
I mean, I reckon he probably has maybe a season or two, maybe. I reckon
Yeah.
next season, I think you should keep him for maybe another season, but yeah, tough one. As he's getting older, he might not be as good, but I think there's a good player in him. I think sometimes he has been a bit poor, but I see him as an all round. I think he's a good player when he's at his best. So I think next season as well, if it was his last season and he stayed, winning stuff with the players you have is so important. I mean, for you guys as well, you've got a big summer as well. I mean, the Arsenal want a few of your players, so for you guys, you've got to really keep hold of them to have, that future. You need to build with the squad that you've got because you have got a really good squad. I think you've been quite unlucky with the injuries that you've had. So yeah, I think next season is going to be big. I reckon Trippier might stay for a little bit, but I know he's getting a bit older now.
Yeah, man, absolutely. That's the thing. I mean, I'm a big fan of Trippier. What he's done at the football club is just absolutely amazing for us. He's a pioneer in Newcastle United. He comes in, right, and he's just done
Yeah,
the job. But last season, to forget to him, by the way, I don't want to be upset on this guy, but highly costly errors, and every Newcastle fans knows that. But I don't want to go too hard on him because he's been fantastic. So watch Football Terrace, and Terry Forwards does that for post games reaction. Have you heard of it? I have indeed. I listened to Terry's Football Terrace as well. I think he's really, really good. Big up to Terry, by the way. I think he's absolutely brilliant. He really, really is. Big up to Soph as well, and also as well, big up to Mick. And hope you're well, Mick. Thanks for your support today, mate. I appreciate that. Hi to Adam. I hope you're well, mate. I mean, Terry Flores not towards on Football Terrace. I know what you mean. Big up to Jules Gunners VR. Big up to Drew. Hope you're well. He's a big goon as well. Top guy as well. And one of the mods with Mama Flossie as well. Newcastle, I think we're still way off silverware, but I can see the progression and it's a matter of time for me. That's from Michael. Michael, we need to win it ASAP because we have not won a 55 year, and that's a long, long time. Big up to Peter as well, mate. I hope you're well. And also Trippier as well, the leaders in our group, and his experience will help Paul and Livramento develop further, and that can only be beneficial for us Toon fans. And if you get good money for Trips, I will sell. Just last January, he was looking to sign for Bayern Munich. That is the thing. When he was linked to Bayern Munich, I was shocked. And a lot of people said there's no way you're getting him. Big up to Mama Flossie, one of my mods, and also Drew as well. Hi to Mama, hope you're well, and I hope you had a good day, evening chat as well. And big up to Trevor B as well, hope you're well. And also, fans, if you're new to the channel, right, I'm going to post it out now. And do hi tomorrow evening as well. That is my YouTube channel, also, fans. If you're new to the channel, if you've not been on before, that's my channel, John Sinclair TV. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button, and it is free as well. and I do collab with other fans as well. Can't rush profession these days, mate. Got to stay with the FFP and grow. Yeah, like I see what you mean, man. I see exactly what you mean in a way. Yeah, we may have to be a bit patient on this occasion there, as long as you don't go over the threshold, the 105 million threshold. And if we do, we'll be buggered. But thank you for that, Michael, by the way. 150 mil wouldn't invite Isak for Arsenal. He's valued at 180 mil according to our club and worth every single penny. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll go with that as well, man. I'll go with that. I mean, yeah, every player's got his price, but at the end of the day, listen, he's our player. Right, so let's go on to your player of the season. Who's your player of the season?
Well, it's obviously tough because there's quite a few that have been good, but I think the one that probably stands out to a lot of people is Declan Rice. I think when we bought him originally, I did think 100 million was a lot just for one player. And since he's obviously had his first season at Arsenal, I think he's been worth every penny. I think everyone that's not even an Arsenal fan can see that he's elevated Arsenal. Like, I don't think we would have got this far without him this season. So I think he has been amazing to have at Arsenal. I think he's improving every game, and it's so lovely to have him at Arsenal. I think it's hard to pick one because, like I said, you look at Odegaard as well. He's really lifted us in the last few months of trying to win the league. I mean, defensively, we've been amazing too. Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White. I think there's a good argument for a lot of these players at Arsenal, but I think if you had to pick, I think you can't really argue the fact Declan Rice has really changed Arsenal at the end of towards the season. And it's obviously unfortunate for him that it wasn't, enough for us to win anything in the league. But I think, definitely deserves silverware with us. But yeah, Declan Rice for me has been amazing.
Yeah, I'll go with that as well. He's been absolutely outstanding this season. He's a leader and leader of all men. He makes things tick in the midfield as well, and he's everywhere in that midfield as well. And he's got a shot on them as well. But 105 mil for this guy, he's worth every single penny. What I like about him, he works hard for the team. He talks a lot, and he never stops running all day. Yeah. And he takes the game. If you had Declan in the team, then you're not going to get far wrong. But what a player this guy is, worth every pen. When 105 million has been spent, I thought, wow, is that a lot of money? No, he's worth every single penny. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Hopefully, Isak and Bruno will stay and won't be tempted to go elsewhere. I will be gutted if you lose these players to another top team. Hopefully, you can build a team around them. If you are to win, then we have got to. I'm going to be honest now, we have got to win trophies. We've got to keep them all day long. If we don't, then we're going to go back to square one. I don't want that. We ain't saying Isak or Bruno. You guys can relax. And I hope that is the case there. That is the case. I've got a Twitter message as well from Toon Fan as well. We got the Toon Fan on Twitter, and he's watching the show. And Boyle39125, thank you very much indeed for your kind comment, mate. If you come on YouTube, right, go on to YouTube, go on to John Sinclair TV, and leave a comment on the live comment. You're always welcome to come on, man. Always welcome to come on. And Declan Rice, we got him half the price. I like that. What happened to Joe Willock? He's been injured. Yeah, he's been injured for a few months now, Drew. He's been out. And this season, it's more about injuries and game time for him. So I'm glad he's getting something sorted out. And I hope he comes back better player soon. So once you get a fully fit Joe Willock, he can make a difference. So, well, wish him speed recovery and he comes back soon. Rice is honestly the reason I think Arsenal has improved. It's not his ability, it's speed, it's mentality. Improvement of us. Michael, I'll go with you, man. Totally agree. And Declan's an awesome player. And also, I'm not going to call him Declan Couscous because he's that brilliant. So, a few more like him, Arsenal will definitely win. The mentality, I mean. Yeah, I can agree. The thing is, right, I mean, Arteta's got to get over the line next season. He really has to get over the line. And I desperately want Newcastle to keep all of our good players. There's no growth without them. Sell and they'll be back to square one again. Michael, exactly. It's as simple as that. We want to win trophies. It's all about elite sports. Elite sports all about winning trophies. And I'll keep saying that. Newcastle win the Champions League. Liverpool, Chelsea change the coach. United structure Villa. And Champions League, Spurs, Europe have a problem. Newcastle to win the Champions League. I tell you what, if they do, you know what? I'm going to start drinking. I'm going to say about it. I haven't drunk for 38 years.
You guys, if you want that.
Woo! I want some more. He's drinking, man. But it's his opinion. There you go, man. So let's go on to your game. Oh, hang on, get it up. Your game of the season's over. I do apologise. What happened there? But your game of the season.
Oh, that's a good question. There's been so many favourites. I think there's a few obviously that stand out to me because for Arsenal, I think what I've noticed this season is that we've been able to get results against the Man Cities, the Liverpools. I think when we beat Liverpool at the Emirates 3-1, beating Man City as well was so good for our confidence mentally because we've not been able to beat them for a very long time. To get a clean sheet to beat them at our home ground was a big step for our mentality and our future. But I think when we battered Chelsea, that tops it all. That game was. I wish that would go on forever. I really enjoyed that. I can't lie.
Good on you, man. Good on you. Nice one. Our game of the season for me is Newcastle PSG when we won by 4-1. Yeah. What? And I was there. I was nearly in tears when we won that game. And we got one from Peter B. Big up to Peter Ballard. Tell Sophie Ferguna she's the least likable.
Oh, thanks. That's nice.
Listen, Pete likes you, by the way. He really does, man. He likes you. So take it a pinch of salt. After all this time, I was still sad and angry. So Maxi for 25 mil was a joke letting him go. Do you know what it is, right? I do miss him, but at the end of the day, we've got Anthony Gordon, and he works with half of the team. I mean, he wasn't quite Eddie Howe's spell, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? But I just wish him good. But you know what? You know, one day may come back. You just never know. I can't say it personally. Bigger to Amy, by the way. The lovely Amy. Love you lots, as always. She's my little penguin, as always. And you know what? You'll get along with Amy. Amy's lovely. Hope you will, Amy. Silverstone's doing a banging job. Improving Newcastle's income. New sponsorship alone is upwards of 500%. I was reading growth is coming. Michael, do you know what? We're going to be a boom club very, very soon. We need to get that money up. Those shirts will be flying through the roof, my guy. Flying through the roof. You're going to get a new shirt? Because I'm going to get one as well. Let him go on, man. Yeah, okay, I know what you mean, man. I know exactly what you mean. Winning trophy should be goal if Newcastle got 2 and finish top 6. That'd be a good season. Steve, you know what, mate? I totally agree with you. A trophy and a top 6 finish, I would take it all day long. Hi to Lorraine and Phil. I hope you're both well. And Lorraine's only 5 foot, but she is adorable. Thank you, Amy. Love you too as well. Gordon has to be on that plane for Germany, of course, 100%. And Newcastle and Tottenham are NID scenes are amazing and an absolute honour. More teams should do this. Facts. Absolute facts. And got to be PSG. Yep, I'm with you, Pete. John Sophie, where do you think Liverpool will finish next season without Klopp? I hope it's relegation. Do you know what? That would be a little bit harsh, but I can't see them getting relegated. I cannot see it relegated. For me, it's going to be a transitional season for them. Arnestot's going to come in. I don't think it's going to change that much, Sophie.
Yeah.
I don't think it's changed much.
I definitely think they'll definitely be in the top 4 for sure. Do you know what? I reckon next season they'll probably have maybe a similar season or have a better season than this season because, you know, Man City, possibly it could be Pep's last season as well. If he's leaving after that. But I think with Man City and Arsenal, we'll obviously improve next season. So, yeah, I definitely think it doesn't change too much because Liverpool have got really good players as well. Mo Salah's still there and Trent, they've got a really good squad. I don't think it would change much. I definitely think they'll be in the top 4, but I don't know if I see them winning it just because of how unbelievable Man City are.
Yeah. Oh, man, it'd be interesting to see what happens to Man City, but that's for another year sort of thing. But I kind of agree. And how do you see Arsenal Liverpool do next season? If they get 4 players, do you think any of them can win the league or the Champions League? For me, Arsenal definitely need a striker. Yeah. Liverpool, well, we see what happens there. They may need a little bit of tweak now again. Those who happen with Darwin Núñez, by the way, will he be staying or going? That'd be interesting. Mo Salah looks like he's been fixed. He's going to stay.
Yeah.
And Harvey Elliott get game time 100%. They will not be getting Anthony Gordon. Trust me, they will not. Let's go on to our comments before you go on to your next stage. You look at eBay football shirts. They're much cheaper than in the stores or from the club. You know what it is, Drew? We spoke about that today, right? It'd probably be 80 quid for a new top. Yeah. If you go to JD Sports, that'd be slightly cheaper. If you go to the club shop, it costs you an arm and a leg. That is the thing.
Yeah, it's
So
ridiculous, isn't it, for football shirts these days?
it is. They know you'll pay for it. They know you're going to pay for it. Cool.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Will do, John Sophie think we'll win the Euros? Hopefully, I think we'll hopefully do it, but I still think France will
Yeah.
find a way. Dutch managers don't do well in the Premier League. I totally agree there. I really totally agree. Ruud Gullit was a complete and utter failure after Newcastle. Yeah, and also you got Louis van Gaal, right? Won the FA Cup. Guess that's Ed Ten Hag. You know, he'd be on the as well. I don't know if he's going to stay. And yeah, doesn't look good, doesn't it? Dutch Manchester do well, I agree. Ace says hi to Mama Alan Rain. Good evening to Lloyd again. Hi to Mick. Who do you want Arsenal to sign in the summer? If he's the manager, who would you buy?
That's a good question. I think before obviously saying the striker is the main thing that I'd love us to bring in, because obviously I feel like it would elevate the team. We just need that killer instinct of a player. I would love Isaac, but I'm very open with strikers actually. Like I don't mind out if we brought in any, like I've said Ivan Toney before. I have a little bit of doubt maybe about his attitude, the fact he's a little bit open about in interviews about managers. I just think I'm not sure if that would work, but Ollie Watkins I would be happy to have, but I've said I don't see it happening because he's just gotten into Champions League with Villa. I know he is. I think he used to be an Arsenal fan growing up, but yeah, I don't see it happening, him moving. So I pretty much would have any of them, really. I just think bringing a striker in is something that we definitely need for the club.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I kind of have to agree with you. I mean, Ollie Watkins would be a good signing, but Marcus Rashford needs to be linked to Arsenal as well.
Yeah.
And that's what I got in the title. I mean, for me, if he does come, do you think Arteta improve him, or do you need him, or is he good enough? Or because last season look, he's a good player on his day, but some of the performances this season has not been great.
Do you know what? I'm very 50-50 about this, because there's a big part of me that thinks if he came, I could see Arteta getting the best out of him. Like you saw with Havertz, he came, he had low confidence, and you can see he's such a better player than he was, and he's really happy. So I think with Rashford, I do think Arteta would improve him. I'm not against bringing him in, but I don't think he would automatically get into the starting lineup, really, because I just think I don't know if he'd be more of like a bench player, or he would have to work for his place, because you look at Trossard, Saka, and obviously Havertz has been playing up front. So I think I wouldn't mind him if we brought other players in. It depends who we bring in. If it was just him and a midfielder, I would be a bit disappointed. Probably want, that out and out striker that would, get us 20 goals a season. So yeah, I'm open to it, really. That's sort of how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, we see what happens on that. I mean, strange things has happened, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I would have Rashford in my club. No way. Even as if it doesn't prove him, yeah. But you know what? He's on 375 million,
Yeah,
375 grand a week.
he'd have to take a wage cut definitely if he did come, because we wouldn't do that. We've obviously, remember when Ozil was here, we had to pay his big contract, and I reckon that if he did come, he'd have to take a wage cut because we can't pay that sort of money.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I totally agree, but yeah, I honestly think Arsenal are the ones who may take it next season. Interesting to see what Arteta will do in the window, because that is where I think your season will count on. I mean, he's got to win the title next season, Michael. I don't know if it's going to go over the line for me, but Liverpool will slip massively down to 7th or 8th.
I don't think that's going to happen. I
Can't see it.
Happening.
Can't see it. 80 pound or not, Adas's back. Michael, I'm with you, mate. I want the league and FA Cup next season. The Champions League is a bit unrealistic. I kind of agree. I mean, Drew, ask you a question, right? I said Teta got to win you the title next season. Let us know on that one. And one advantage is also has over Liverpool's defence. They're a solid away to City in an 0-0 draw. Could not see City scoring and beat United or Trafford. Liverpool can't keep clean sheets enough. That is the thing. You scored twice at Anfield, still lost the game. How do you think the three new promoted sides will do in the league? For me, Southampton will be fine. Ipswich on McKenna will be all right. And Leicester, tough one. now Maresca's gone. Depends who they get in, right? But if they get Davy Moyes in, I think Leicester will safely step in. But the Premier League next season is going to be real tough. I think Falk's going to be in trouble. I think Everton need to be careful, but I think Sean Dash is getting himself sorted out. And it's going to be a tricky one next season.
Yeah, I reckon. I think the teams that are coming up, I reckon they'll all stay up. Yeah, I think obviously the teams that have gone down have been quite, they've come up and gone down, but I don't see it happening again this season. Like you said, the teams that are coming through, like Leicester as well, and Southampton have got a lot of good experience in the Premier League. So I reckon all three of them will have enough to stay up.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, but I can see someone's going to be in trouble this season. But whoever it is, then they need to put the socks up, but the PSRs killed them, absolutely killed them big time. And I'll stay labour sweatshop shops, kids on 34p per hour, and adult workers denied union rights. I think that's shocking, absolutely disgraceful. Let's be real about it. And Victor Osimhen would be a good choice to also. I tell you what, he's available in the summer. I think that he'll be a good buy.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, he would be.
And there's another one. And there's another one as well. Benjamin Sesko from Leipzig could be close to.
Yeah, that's. I think that's probably the closest one that will happen out of all the players that I mentioned. I'll be happy with that, to be honest.
I mean, 25 quid plus for Michael for Jenny Ryan shirts on eBay, and that's in Newcastle. No to Rashford. And Amy said, would you take Ten Hag over Howell? Not for me.
No, I think Howell's a great fit for Newcastle. I don't think it'd be good to change, really.
Alan, you take care, mate. Watch what you do, man. I'll see you back on the next live show, mate. And thanks for watching, man. And you take it steady, man. I would love to see Olise from Palace come to the tune, but I think he might go to Arsenal, Man United. I think go to the latter, in my opinion. But if he wants to stay in London, Arsenal's a club. If he supports United as a kid, I think he end up going to Old Trafford. We'll just see. It's a straight no to Rashford. Definitely not. Liverpool, they get relegated, kind of stand them. Oh, Peter, got an opinion there. Rashford wants to play on the left and would have to be less greedy when he cuts in and shoots.
Yeah.
Palace with top success, yeah. No capitals, please, but I do apologise, mate. Otherwise, my boss don't want to warn you. The authentic one is 110, John. Oh, wow. 110 quid for the authentic one. Woo! I tell you, we're also a full-time YouTuber. Oh, then.
Yeah, you're just back. Yeah.
I won't big it up, El Devart. I know you're a good guy, but I won't put it up when people putting caps as well. Or if you players will go back down again, only Forest may go down. I get you. I say Vicky Osman, 100% Arteta's got to win the league, or at least next season, or he's got to go in my personal opinion. I would have sacked him time ago for me. You know what? He's lucky. He's a lucky manager, yeah? Very lucky. But and Essie, at least to the two with amazing. Essie is preferred for me. Better work rate. I like Essie. I do like him. And what are your thoughts on Arteta's getting manager of the season? What has he done to deserve that accolade? I just see on Professional and Tantrums, that's alone. I heard that he's won the manager of the year, right, in Saudi.
Yes.
And so he's awarded for not winning a title.
It's weird, right? When the manager of the season, when when the different managers came up, I actually think that Unai Emery actually probably should have won it. Actually, I think as much as Pep's won a lot as well. I think it's a difficult one because Arteta does deserve credit for how he's improved us and this Arsenal team has progressed. I think it's been a progressive season. I wouldn't say it's been a successful season. And when you're in success, you get awards and trophies. So I do completely get it. I was a bit surprised, but I think he deserves that credit. But I also get that, you get more credit, the more trophies, the more success you win. And like people have said in the chat, next season we've definitely got to win. I mean, I've seen people talk about League Cups and I'm thinking, if we won a Premier League and we won a League Cup, that's good. But I just feel like if we won a League Cup and we came second, I'd be quite disappointed with that because we need to win a lot more, like a club like Arsenal. Obviously an FA Cup I'd really love to win because I think it's just everyone's dream to win that. It's a special trophy. So yeah, next season is really big for us. I think there's a lot of pressure now on Arteta to win us stuff, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely right. He needs to win it. Before going to JK's comment, I do apologise. Eldevat, I do apologise, man, but on this occasion, I let you do it on you on this occasion, yeah? I've opened my eyes and we didn't realise that, mate, and I do apologise. So, yeah, you were happy. I'll let you do it in capitals, yeah, if that is the case, man. And thanks for letting us know on that one. I do apologise. Let's go on to JK. What do you think of Mateta from Palace? I think he'd do a good fit for Newcastle. Do you know what? Right? I mean, I don't think Glass will let him go because he loves Palace too much. I think he's had a brilliant season for me, but I think he'd do our reach sort of thing, you know. But I don't think he'd be playing second fiddle to Isak if Callum Wilson moves on. I really don't think he will. I think he'd be a leader at Palace. I just do not think he'll leave Palace, and he'd probably get a new contract as well for his efforts. I reckon Rashford would be class on it, Eddie. If I'm honest, for me, I wouldn't have him. But I see what Ev's got an opinion. I wouldn't have him. Big John on Gula Gossip. Big to Ravi as well. Big Scouts as well. Hope you're well, kid. And I hope you're having a good day. And thoughts as well. And smash up the likes. Thank you, Ravi, as well. Are you talking about my crybaby moments, Lorraine? All right. I'm not going to read that comment at all. And thanks, Mama, for me. I try to be helpful to this guy. I try to be helpful. And he just decides to have a go at us there. So I don't know. Thanks anyway, Mama. Are you talking about the crybaby moments? They're talking about Arteta, by the way. Sorry, Sophie. The game has gone bad. Winning awards for winning Sweet FA is like me at my daughter's school. They get awards for just taking part. Dear me. I think you're right, Judy. I think you're right, man. I think you're right. What do you think of that one, Sophie? Do you think he's right or?
Yeah, I get it because
I get it.
I think it's hard because I think if you don't win anything, you like I think when you win success, you know, you win trophies or you win awards. So because we've not won anything, I get the argument, but I think beating that Man City side is so tough because they're impossible to compete with. Really, 2 points isn't a lot actually. So next season we definitely need to improve even more. But yeah, I do get that it's a weird one. I think it's weird because I said before, Unai Emery, I think he should have won something for, you know, how where he's taken his Villa side. Ultimately, you know, he's not really won anything, but he has really improved Villa. So I can take it in a few different ways. You didn't always have to win things. It can be how you've improved the team. Yeah, I think rightly so. Pep, you know, won stuff because he obviously won a league, but yeah, it is. I get that from people's opinions.
Yeah. Very true, very true. I think he's absolutely right for me. Oh, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'll be miffed. Absolutely miffed. Question for thoughts at Arsenal looking at Benjamin Sesko, 45 mil. Do you know what? I'll be over this guy. I think he's a really good talent, and he really is. His movement, his touch is there. 6'4", and you know what? He doesn't get a lot of games for Leipzig, but I tell you, when he does play, I think he's really, really good.
I'll take him.
Yeah, I would as well.
I'd be happy with him. Yeah, he'd be a good signing for sure.
Yeah. That comment was mad. You know what it is, Drew? I did give him a chance, sort of thing, like, you know, and then he just had his one of his Paddy as well. And it was mad, absolutely mad. We do have a good community in our chat as well. Only to be ruined by one. We don't want that. What do you think of the new rules for the Carabao Cup? I mean, do you know what? My understanding is, Sophie, I think the top clubs can play the top clubs. Am I right? Because of Champions League?
Yeah, possibly. I don't really know much about it, to be fair, but I think, you know what, it's quite weird. I think the Carabao Cup, I mean, I think a lot of fans, Arsenal fans especially, don't really value it as much as other, you know, trophies, but I think it's nice to play other teams that you might not necessarily play.
Yeah, I agree. And you have to wait and see what pans out, yeah. But I bet you the draw would probably be away to you guys probably away to Liverpool. That's what they want. They want us
Yeah.
out. They don't want us to win anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at the draws in the FA Cup. We draw every single away game in the FA Cup until we get Man City. I knew that happened. Anyone else?
Yeah. We had I think it might have been the League Cup, but we had Liverpool. I don't know what stage it was, but I think it was before the quarterfinals, maybe. And like, obviously, we got knocked out, and it's kind of difficult playing Liverpool at that time. We'd probably want to play them in the final, so it's the luck of the draw. I know you guys don't have it easy. It's hard for you guys to progress through like semi-finals, especially when you have to compete with like the bigger teams as well.
Yeah, agree, man. Agree. But I want to win it this year. I want to win it. Here's
Yeah,
what we should collect made. They're really expensive this season, Peter. 100% agree, man. I liked Newcastle by and Burnmore. I think he's director powerful on the right. May have to work on track and back. That is the thing. I like him, but he needs to track back as well.
yeah.
And gave me a chuckle, Mama. That came out of nowhere. I agree. What players in Newcastle should Newcastle keep hold of and don't lose in a summer? Sophie, I'm going to put your Newcastle hat on. Who would you get rid of? I'm going to put your Newcastle hat on.
Oh, well, the players as well, like you said, that I think you definitely. I'll go with the ones you need to keep. I think for me, you mentioned before about players that if you're a club that's building and improving, I think you've got to keep Bruno Guimaraes and Isaac, but I think it's hard. I mean, if you lost one of them, I'd love to ask you which one would be the worst to lose out of them two, because I suppose if Arsenal did get one, you could get money, but then it's a tough one, really. I think you just need to bring more players in, because I know with injuries and stuff, like Joe Willock's another one. I mean, is he ever going to come back to how he was? Is it best to move him on? I mean, Callum Wilson as well. I know you've had a lot of injuries, so I think a few of them players maybe you should move on, see if you could get any money for them. But I think you've had it tough on injuries this season, so I think a few players need to just have time to come back. But I think Willock possibly maybe move him on. I don't know. It depends if you'd want to give him another go next season, because I know, like someone said before, he has been out for a long time. But I think like Arsenal have shown interest in your players. For you guys, for your future, you definitely need to keep them for sure.
Yeah, I kind of agree. We need to get rid of a couple more players as well. I know 5 players are leaving us,
Yeah,
and which is no surprise. And we need to get quality in. We need a right side of midfielder, another striker. We need a goalkeeper, a centre back, and it looks like
I've heard Ramsdale's been linked to you guys. Would you take
yeah.
Ramsdale?
For me, it would have been my first choice, Sophie, to be
Yeah,
fair. But if Eddie thinks he's good enough, I'm gonna have to believe in him. But for me, he would not be my first choice. My first choice keeper is Mamardashvili from Valencia for me.
yeah.
But that's up in the air at the minute. I mean, Valencia wants top dollar for this keeper. But money talks at the end of the day. Question but for Arsenal, is Sesko as good as an Isak at Newcastle or Victor Goku is at Sporting Lisbon?
That's a good question. I think do you know what? I think because I've seen more of Isaac, I'd probably think he's better in the Premier League with that experience. But I'm not going to complain. I'd be happy with any of them, whoever we brought in. But I think at the moment, who's the best? I think Isaac gets that. For me, watching him in the Premier League all season, I just think he makes what he does look so easy. I think he's the best right now. So I think, yeah, I'd be happy having Sesko. Like I said, we mentioned before, he would be a good signing, but I think Isaac's just up there, isn't he, for being amazing.
Yeah, he is. I tell you what, Isak's class on the steer. But if he does get much injuries, hey, I think it'll be fantastic. What is your favorite Newcastle games to watch apart from Sunderland, Middlesbrough? For me, I like to see good games against Man United. I see some classics of them. Also, as well, anything really. I mean,
Yeah.
PSG is going to be the favourite of all time for me. 4-1, first game in the Champions League. Yeah, for a long time. My God, which is unbelievable. 20 years, and there we go. And that's my favourite, Newcastle PSG. Mama's chatting to Drew. It's on about that art sort of thing. Not really Drew, but you know what it is, right? If that's his attitude, I don't want him on my channel. I really don't. I take Rash as well. That's Amy. Good night to you, Peter. Enjoy your teammates. Thanks for coming on. And Eddie Truth and DCL stuck on Newcastle. The force of me make me feel sick. Inside, awful player. Will be another Christmas too. To mate, I wouldn't have him. Because I tell you now, right?
Yeah.
If Eddie does get him, if Eddie gets him, it would be on him. I'm telling you, yeah. I do not want this player anywhere in my football club.
He gets injured too much as well. He's always out for like such a long time as well. That's another thing.
That is the problem. That is the thing. Like Mama said, he's made out of biscuits. Absolutely. And I tell you what,
ridiculous how much he gets injured. It's crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. I've seen rumours that Arsenal's been linked to Bruno Guimaraes, but it's that time where people just put stories out for clout. Do you know what it is? Right? It's just for clicks, man.
Yeah.
Ian is going absolutely nowhere. I'll tell you that from now.
I've not seen us like online. I've not really seen Arsenal have been interested. I mean, with Rashford, Arsenal have shown that interest, and that is true. But with Bruno, there's not been any sort of contact from what I'm aware. I think it's just people talking.
Yeah, very true. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, if he comes to Newcastle, then I'm sorry, Eddie, I'll be disappointed in you, my friend, and I love you. Ramsdale's worked for Howe in the past, to be fair. Bournemouth, yes, he has. And Arsenal, which is Drew and Isak. Drew, they're going nowhere. That question for Sophie: do you start Trossard, or is he better off the bench? For me, I rate this player. He should start.
It's a good question. I think he works both. I think he works coming off the bench, but if I have to choose, I would choose him not starting a lineup. I think, like you said, it'd be a bit unfair to keep him on the bench. But I think when he comes off the bench, I love that comment, by the way. I'm sorry.
Oh, God bless Mick anyway. No what's coming, but Mick is me.
I don't think it would happen, actually, honestly. I think if we were going to ever get him, it would be a lot of money. And would Arsenal go all out again like they did with Declan Rice for him? Because I think for me, we do need a striker, but there are other positions that we do need to strengthen him because, and then with Saka as well, we need like a backup for him. We need the midfield with Partey. So I wouldn't mind if we went all out on one player, but I do think we need to address a few other kind of positions. But yeah, I don't see Isaac coming to Arsenal as much as I'd like him to.
Fact. Okie dokie on that one. But Sophie, your class, but keep Isak's name out to your. Actually, you know what I mean. But thanks for that, Mick. I appreciate that. But Sophie knows the stand. Yeah, that's always been my frustration. Some of the Newcastle fans, they cry, sell him, and him. But due to our restrictions, it's simply not possible. Maybe 2 players per window grow us. That is the thing. For me, I did say we need to get rid of 8 to 10 players in the summer. Yeah, we got 5. Some people need to start social media, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to talk about it as well, right? About all the trolls and the keyboard warriors, right? If they were listening, right? I suggest to be careful what they're saying because they'd be going for me again, right? Post out a video with me and Alice the other day, right? Saying that I want Man U to win, right? It's tongue in cheek, yeah? Look, I say it again, right? I post it out there on YouTube, right? But some of our fan base still don't get the hint. One of my mates, Kim, who's a Man U fan, and Ted, they both stuck up for us today, saying John is a Newcastle fan through and through. You need to back off him because the beast he's getting is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you saw it, Amy. I do get a lot of stick. You might have seen it, but it needs to stop right now. Otherwise, one day, my time's going to come. And
I've got to say as well, what I've noticed is on Twitter as well, it's some Newcastle fans are honestly like really unkind, aren't they? Because I've seen towards you how they've treated you as well. So yeah, I think they're just jealous of what you're doing and everything. So just keep doing it, and we're all here to support you as well. It's horrible when they troll you online and stuff, but you've got to just rise above it, haven't you? Really.
Well said, well said. And you know what it is? One day, right? They're going to get so bored of it. right? They're going to give up and they are going to respect us. They will respect us one day, I'm telling you. And I hope the people watching the show, right, will understand, because one day I'm going to call each and every one of you out on my show. Yeah. I might even share the stream on it as well. So I suggest them go running, because I tell you what you post out, I suggest them delete it real quick. Otherwise, I'll get there first and they're going to be embarrassed. It's as simple as that. And according to some streams, I'll getting Bruno, Isak, and Rashford.
I don't think we're going to get two of your players at all.
So there you go. I mean, one of us, Kim, put them in their place today, man. Do you know what I mean? Thinking they're clever. Yeah. And it's not cool. Trusted over Martinelli, over past performance. I mean, Martinelli's been disappointed this season, to be fair.
Yeah, he's had quite a few injuries. I know I think at the first half of the season he was doing good, but I think towards the second half he wasn't as good. I think he had a lot of injuries as well, and Arteta would play him off the bench. So yeah, he has been a little bit poor. Hopefully next season he'll be back to his best.
Yeah. Absolutely. Keep those questions coming in. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe to Gula Gossip TV, and also subscribe to John Sinclair TV as well. If you're an X watcher, if you can you please come on from X to come onto YouTube and leave a comment in the comment section and join in as well. It'll be much easier to read your comments as well. If you watch on X, come on to YouTube, leave a comment, and then we read it out for you. Question for John: in games in general, where do you want to see Newcastle improve and just go for it? For me, we need a right side midfield, we need another striker, we definitely need another defender, and we definitely need another goalkeeper. The midfield, Tonali, Jordan, and Bruno Guimaraes in the midfield three. That's what I want to see improved. Up front, I want to see Gordon on the left, Barnes on the right, or a new winger, and Isak up top. And that will be the team. Will probably take us over the trophy line, hopefully. I really like Martinelli, but can't deny that Trossard made left winger spot his own. Rookie, I kind of think I have to agree with you, mate. We have Saka from Arsenal if Isak leaves. Yeah.
No, you're not.
Isak's modelling next season's Adidas clothing, so not going anywhere. Lorraine, facts. Absolute facts. Question for Sophie: do you see ESR at Arsenal long term? For me, is injury prone, and let's be real, right? In my opinion, right? I hope he gets fit. I hope he gets fit, man.
Yeah, I think this summer it will go two ways. I think we'll either sell him and get the money for him to use for a striker or midfield, or we'll keep him. Hoping next season that he will improve, or he could go on loan. Actually, he has been on loan before, but I just don't know if it would happen. I love Smith Rowe. I want it to work for him, but like you said, he's had quite a few injuries and he is struggling. I mean, last day of the season we saw him play against Everton and he hit the crossbar. He was looking really good, really lively. So there's that potential there, but with injuries and things, I just don't know if it will happen long term.
Facts. Absolute fact, but hopefully next season could be the season for him. Twitter's a god-awful place. You know what, Mama? You're absolutely right. I mean, there's so many viruses in that team. The trolls as well. Like I said, one day when I get 10K, then they do not know what's going to come. And I will be doing it. Excuse me. There are some nice Toon fans on Twitter. Peter, you're absolutely right. You as well. John's a class man and John's the best on YouTube, so all the trolls can get stuff. In other words, in Italian, right, and Charlie there just there, that means get in the bin. 100% used to go nowhere. Newcastle just bought him. It will be having AFTV giving that story traction. You know what is that AFTV? I'm not being funny, right? I mean, look, at the end of the day, when I see that channel, my God. Oh, man. How are the lads? From Geordie, hi to you, mate. Big up to Happy Singh. Hope you're well. Sophie needs more recognition, guys. You know what, Happy? You're absolutely right. But if you can, mate, can you subscribe to my channel as well, please? If you can, at John Sinclair TV. And that would be fantastic. Soph comes on my channel on a regular basis. Big up to Sophie and John. Thank you, Geordie. Hello to Andrew. Hope you're well. Anyone wants to belittle anyone are pathetic and not worth your time and energy. John, keep up the good work with the videos, John. Thank you very much indeed. JK is the real one. He is the real one. Thank you very much indeed. And let's go on to Newcastle's Joe Linton, Tonali, Bruno, V6, Twin, or Bauturba Maserati. Can't read out really, but Fallen Store, by Wings, goalkeeper, not ordinary. Yeah, I know what you mean, and know exactly what you mean. And if you want to follow So's channel, is Guna Gossip TV. So please subscribe to our wonderful channel. She'll say it again in a bit. Apparently, Ipswich wants Eddie and Smith Rowe. Sophie, what do you say? Nketiah, Smith Rowe.
Nketiah, yeah, but not Smith Rowe. I think Nketiah. I think Nketiah would suit a team, but I just don't want to let go of Smith Rowe yet. But I think we might have to in the summer I think if the right offer came in, I reckon the club might be open to it, especially if he wants game time.
Yeah, and you know what it is, right? I mean, as well, but I think Nketiah needs to be moved on. It should be Nketiah, it should be Nketiah. It should be Nketiah. What's it?
He's barely had any game time like this season, Nketiah. He's been on the bench, so he's definitely going in the summer. I'm really sure about that.
I know. Would you miss him? Would you miss Nketiah if he moves on?
I think it's a situation that I'm grateful for the good times he's given us, but I just think we need to move him on. So yes and no. I know he's not going to take us to where we need to go, but I will. I saw that I'll miss him. It's a hard one to answer. It's like I'm grateful for what he's done, but we do need to move him on.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Hopefully we reach top 4 next season. Jordy Smith, I'd rather take a trophy first and the top 6 all day long. We need a trophy. I know people saying top 4, but we need a trophy, and that's the most important thing. And so he says thank you to you, mate. John Foster and Eddie, and how he has done Newcastle. He's done really well. I think he had another good season. With the injuries we've had, got a 7th. It's cool. But he's got to stop playing his favourites. That is the thing. He needs to be ruthless in the summer, and get on a good team. I love him a bit, but he's got to stop picking his favourites, and then we'll have a good chance there. Smith Rowe's too good for Ipswich. Can't see him going to Villa Park or kind of Emery again. I wouldn't be surprised. Saka's a Geordie, not a Cockney. He's a London lad anyway. So, but questions for Soph. Force on the scouting of players at Arsenal.
I think as well. I think we're doing good. I think the problem that I said about Arsenal is I'd love to see more academy players come through. But I think it's a lot harder now. But I think you've seen with Saka how good he's done coming through. But I think as well, like you said of Eddie Howe and I've said of Arteta, I think that I have good faith in them that would go in the right direction with the players they bring in as well. So yeah, I think it's good, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, let's hope. I'll tell you what, you got a brilliant set piece coach anyway. I think he'd be good, really good. I would give Eddie one more year. If he does well, keep, or else we need to upgrade on him. I mean, Jordy, if you listen to Tony on my channel, he's very strong about that as well. I won't be sad to see Eddie go. That's Nketiah. I'll drive him to the new club. That's Drew going on hard. Bless him. Come and say big up here. Yeah, it's that. Come and say big up on my channel. Yeah, if you're an ex-watcher, please jump on to John Sinclair TV on YouTube and then come in, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you, Mama. I really hope we get both Kelly and Tossin on free. The latter's going to be difficult at this moment in time. I think they're really strengthening our team and bring some depth. Yeah, I tell you what, Kelly's got his injury prone, but at the end of the day, it'd be a good addition to us as well. And if we can keep him match fit for the whole season, I think Lloyd would be really, really good. Question for John. Sophie, which players needs to fight for the place at your clubs? Sophie, I'll ask you first.
Good question. I'd probably say players like Jesus Zinchenko. It's quite interesting because I think if either of them leave, I think it'd be maybe the right time. I think Jesus, I probably want him to stay more, but I think if they both want to stay here, they've got to perform better next season. Because Jesus, like himself, has had injuries like Zinchenko. We've got quite a few injury-prone players. I think them two definitely have to improve a lot. Partey as well is another one. I think we've got so many injury, like our players get injured so much. Partey is literally out for half a season, so we've got so many injury-prone players. So yeah, I think those players. I think Smith Rowe. I wouldn't say it's about fighting necessarily. I think he's just injured. He just gets injured a lot, and I think that affects his playing time. I know he wants to be at Arsenal. He loves his club, but yeah, I would probably say them for Arsenal.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And the thing is, well, for me, I think Sean Longstaff needs to fight first place. If he doesn't perform, Miguel Almiron, he needs to fix up as well.
Yeah.
And I like Miggy, but he seriously needs to fix up if he's going to be him. I mean, look, he said he wants to stay, but Saudis are after him as well. But for me, if someone came in for him, I would have no problem selling him at all. Like, it's sad to see Miggy go, but after wishing him all the best, he could be a superstar elsewhere, but unfortunately, he will not be at Newcastle. And after years of crap, you had the Magashi days. Kind of glad you're doing well now. Felt very sorry for you back then. You know what it is, mate, right? We had to suffer. We supported the team, but we're never going to support Ashley. Never in a million years. Never, never, never. And Mama's backing us up as well. It was awful times as well. But I still been to games as well. I still been to games. Hi to Scott, big Leicester fan as well. Tell us your thoughts about Maresca moving on from Leicester to Chelsea. It looks like he's going to be on his way in moments of time. Please, everyone, make sure you smash the likes button and subscribe to this great channel. Thank you, Scott. I've got to come with your channel soon, Scott. I've got to get you on as well. And Zinchenko may be going to Bayern Munich. I think he'd be glad of that one. Sophie, Fabio Vieira is another one as well. I tell you, he can be moved on as well for me. I don't think he's getting much game time as well. I mean, Vieira came here with much promises, but unfortunately, I think he needs to be moved on as well.
Yeah.
And Zinchenko and Jesus needs to go. For me, we deserve upgrades. And I have to kind of agree with that as well. And he gets forgotten about as well. Just quickly on the Newcastle, if we wrap up the show as well. Kieran Trippier, we spoke about him linked to Saudi as well, whether that's true or not. I mean, he's there, but no one knows. You never know what's happening in football. But we are definitely in the market for a left back and a defender as well. Lloyd Kelly be perfect. And also as well, the transfer is going to be open on Saturday, I believe. So hopefully there'll be a couple of movements there before Euros as well. But the PSR is killing us as well. And I'm just going to touch on about Saliba as well. I mean, Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, I think those two has been fantastic at the back. Ben White even.
Yeah. It's, you saw last season how good they were. I just think this season they've got even better. I think Gabriel as well has stood out even more. I think a lot of people didn't give him the credit Saliba got, and I think they've both just been sensational together. It's obviously devastating that they've not been able to get any, trophies for how well they've been. Because I could argue that they're probably the best defense in the league almost. Bar Man City, but I think, Ben White, like you said as well, he's been amazing. He's like our unsung hero a bit. I think he's been amazing to watch. So, I feel really happy about our future. Obviously, the left back position's a little bit one that we might need to solve. But Timber, we saw him for the last game of the season. He was amazing to watch. So, I think defensively, we're all good, and it's really exciting to watch this as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah. Cool stuff. We'll fly through these comments as well before we close the show as well. Question for both John, Sophie. Who would you like clubs to sign as a big statement signings? You know what it is, JK? For me, we definitely need a right side and mid, and we definitely need a striker. For me, I would take either Sesko or I would take Dobbik from Girona. One of those two I'll be happy with. What about you, Sophie?
I think you all know by now who I want. But I'll give you a few. I think if Isaac wasn't on there, I'd definitely pick Ollie Watkins or Tony or Osimhen. Just someone that could really elevate the team in a striker position. Any of them would do me.
Fair enough. I mean, I think it'll be great signs for Arsenal. And Arteta gets. I mean, he's got to get it right. He's got to get it right. Zinchenko to Bayern is news to me. I heard nothing about this.
Neither have I.
I haven't either. That's the first I've heard of it. Realistically, Sesko and Supermendi from Sociedad, I believe he plays for. John, in all honesty, I'm thankfully Muska's leaving. Too predictable, poor in game management. Chelsea falling in Arsenal's shadows. You know what it is, right? Chelsea will be a duster club. Duster club. Then people jump on us saying that I was being a bit harsh, right? No, I was speaking the truth. I was speaking the truth, yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's a gamble. I mean, Eunice talk football, right? He's a big Chelsea fan. Big up to him. Watched his content yesterday, and he's absolutely right. He was just mystified, absolutely mystified. Question for both is it a myth that Pep and City can't be beaten for the league? Do you know what? As long as he's there, Ravi, let's be real, right? They're going to win it again next season. They're all going to win it again. They're going to win it again with that squad. They got a squad. Two teams FE squad, FE position, yeah, a team FE position, yeah. Let's be real, and it's just it is what it is. No winning, I just can't see him winning it. Sophie, who's your favorite player in your lifetime?
What a question! Oh gosh, I'll give you one of my favorite Arsenal players, and then I'll give you like one that's not on Arsenal, so I'm not being biased. Obviously Henry was amazing, but I never got to watch him. I quite loved Ian Wright as well. I think he was amazing to watch. I think out of Arsenal, I just think Ronaldinho was just ridiculous to watch. I think just how talented he was, how skillful he was. Obviously, it was before my time. I feel like I've missed all these great players, but yeah, Ronaldo as well. Both of them, like I think Ronaldinho for me. I just think he was just unbelievable at football. He was just like the GOAT. I just thought he was amazing. So yeah, I mean, everyone always loves the Messi and Ronaldo debate, don't they? But I never know who to pick between them because they're both so good.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I mean, favourite player of all time has got to be Shira Maif, yeah. But there's other players I quite like. So Nobby Solano, I like him as well. And also Malcolm McDonald in this time, Gaza, Waddle as well, Kevin Keegan. And there's plenty of them. Rob Lee, Gary Speed, David Ginola, Robert, Ferdinand. Oh, there's some whole names there as well.
So many to pick from.
So many to pick from. For me, it's going to be Shira as well. And if you want to talk about the greatest players of all time, you've got Tony Adams, Arsenal, you've got Super McAfee, Newcastle, and Lionel Messi for me as well. Do check out Arsenal History and More. Jess's channel is a wonderful channel. He speaks facts as well. He does some quality punches as well. Yeti as well. Do follow Yeti on his channel as well. Both great guys. I do watch him as well. Great guys to watch as well. So, and that on that bombshell, we're going to end the show there. We've been over for an hour as well. And it's been a good blast tonight. I really enjoyed it tonight, and it's been a great chance. Great to see you on as well. So, if you're apart from the obvious women's players at Arsenal, who do you rate in your team?
Out of the Arsenal women players,
yeah,
it's so difficult. Well, Arsenal, obviously there's obvious players, but I think I love Kim Little. I think she's amazing to watch at Arsenal. I think there's obvious players like Beth Mead, Williamson. I think a future talented player would be Palova. I think she's been great to watch. So yeah, there's so many amazing players to watch in the team for sure.
Yeah. And what's your ratings out of 10 for the season for Arsenal?
For the men's team, or
for the men's.
I'd probably give it a 7.5 to 8 because I think I've really enjoyed the season. I've enjoyed watching the team. I think it's been a really great season. I think you can see it's been a progressive season, but we haven't won our silverware, so I think that stops me from giving it a 10. I think we got so close to winning the title, and it would have been 10 out of 10, but because we haven't, I've got to go 7.5 for me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. How many marks out of 10 would you give Newcastle?
I think you've had a really tough season, but I think you've done the best you could do in your circumstances. So
yeah,
I'd probably give yours maybe 6.5, 7, maybe. I think you got top 4, which a lot of you guys have said you kind of overachieved by doing that. But no one would have seen the injuries you guys would have had, and you've obviously had to deal with that, and you've done well to cope with that. So I think next season's going to be a big season for you guys to hopefully improve, win some silverware, because you definitely need some silverware.
Yeah, if you're going to be successful as well. And thanks for that one. And do follow Arsenal, the history and more. And he's a cracking guy. And I tell you what, the guests he gets on, like Lee Gunner, Jez, host the show, Lee Gunner, Kenny Ken, Matt Savaguna as well, and Northside as well. So great guys. And also do subscribe to Long-Haired Yeti Kid. Another great guy, Yeti, loving the bits, man. He speaks sense and he says it straight as well. Big Forest fan. I take the pinch of salt. Wiki should do an England chat, John. I have a whole world of pain and torment on Maguire. Just please drop him Southgate. I'd love to do that, and I will try and do that as well. And last one, Christian thoughts on the way Arteta is used to likes of Georgina and Rice Odegaard throughout the season.
Yeah, I think they've worked well. I think Jorginho offers you that calmness, that control, and that midfield with Rice. We have seen Partey obviously play towards the end a bit, which I've enjoyed. I think he has been a bit poor, maybe his last 2 games, but I think when you see him at Partey at his best, he obviously elevates his team as well with Rice. But I think Jorginho is pretty underrated. I think he works really well with Odegaard. With Rice. Next season, would I see it all the time regularly? Probably not. It's more of like, I wouldn't play Jorginho all the time, but I do think he offers you that stability in that midfield. So I think it has worked this season, which is why we've done so well.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Like, and look at that. Who do you think the murderer is on Corey's Sophie?
Oh, I don't know. I've been watching bits of that. I love that question. Thanks.
Yes, is Corey still going? It is indeed. And question for the night goes to Nick.
Yeah,
absolutely. And on that bombshell, we're going to wrap the show there. And I'm being for over an hour. It's been a great blast as well. Thank you so much for your mods and thanks for the chat as well. You've been absolutely fantastic. Love you always. And Sophie, did you enjoy coming on?
Thank you so much. I really did enjoy this. It's been really good to chat with you, to chat with all the people in the comments. And please do hit the like button on this video for John. Do subscribe to his channel because he is doing amazing stuff. And it's been a pleasure coming on stage, John. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Anytime. And this is where you can find you and what you got coming up on your show and where people can find you on there.
Yeah, Thank you, I do YouTube stuff a bit like what John does. So my YouTube's Guna Gossip TV if you want to give me a subscribe there. You can also find me on Twitter at TV_Guna, Instagram Guna Gossip TV, and I think the Euros coming up, it'd be good to do some content, and I'll definitely have to have you on, John, the channel, because it's always good, chatting with you. Like you said, we could chat forever. So, But are you got anything exciting coming up on your channel?
I have. I'm going up to go on Harry Styles' channel tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We're going to talk about my Newcastle review, his review, talk about Charles and Keyboard Warriors. I've got very, very strong views about that as well. And it's going to be absolutely, I'm going to smash it as well. And join Harry's channel. It's going to be great. If you do, check out Harry, Scarfy Spurs Talks channel as well. He had Alice as well on the recorded show, so do give a like and subscribe as well. So got that the weekend. You have to keep your eyes open for that. Could be the transfer show. We never know, but I'm going to do like a football talk as well. That'd be great. Hopefully some new guests, which I never had before. Hopefully if Peter can make it. So we shall see.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And go show love and give us a sub. Thank you very much indeed. Everyone's dropping those subs to you as well. Love to meet you. That's a mama. Drop you a sub. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, JK. And thank you, Mama. Thank you for subbing her as well. That's a miss. I'm Sophie. Wow. Thumbs up to Mick. Thanks, chat. It's been great. And always been great to have you on here in the chat too, Mama. That's some Drews. And thanks for the mods, Mama and Drew as well. Both fantastic mods as well. And I should be back on Harry's channel tomorrow, 7:30. I'll be sharing the stream as well. So please join me for that. On the weekend, keep your eyes peeled for that one as well. That'd be fantastic. Always great to have you in chat here, Mama. And same Drew, great to see you again. It's great to see you both in the room. And if you like the video, like what you watch, like and subscribe. Just a bit of breaking news as well. Paul, the 2 review, has got 30,000 subs. So big up to Paul, by the way. Do drop in a sub if you already not have done so. Thank you very much, Mama. Thank you again, Rally. And as always, have a fantastic evening, and it's a with lads.